Well, hopefully you guys have got your coffee and you got 10 minutes so we can just see what OG RAThbun's up to today. Snow's melting, but that thing is colder than an ice box because there's no heat in it, and you know I insulated it well. So we're gonna start a new project today. Gonna start a little project on build a solar heater. So, like I said, welcome to my channel. I cut a few boards up, and this one here, we ripped it down so it would match the other 1x4. Now we got to cut it down. We're going to cut this out right here, and then we got to find a piece to go on the back. This is pretty simple. What it is, it's just a heat box. I'm going to hang on the side of that building out there, drill a little hole down here somewhere, it'll go inside inside to the shed, and then I'm going to hang this up here where the vent is, up on top, so it will catch all that sunlight you've seen in the video a while ago, and all day long it'll be putting a little warmth in there, a little bit. I mean, it's not much better than a window, but there's no windows on that side at all, so that will help. And this won't be drafty because there ain't no way for it to draft. Then just be hanging there. So I'm going to get onto that right now, and I don't know if I'm going to do it right now. I think I'm going to pull out the wood. Old lady already yelled at me because I was out here in my slippers again. I get late. I get tired of sitting in there and doing nothing and she watches football. I don't watch football. I never will again. But anyway, we're going to go through all the stuff here. I'm going to see if I can find out. I need a 40-inch by 22-inch piece of wood. And I think that one back there, we'll just carve some out of it right there in the middle. I'm going to pop that one out of there, maybe carve that out. That'll be the back. Then we got the two sides. Then all I got to do is glue it all together and get me some black paint next time I'm in town, and paint it up, glue it together, hang it on the wall. You'll see. Stay tuned. Cheap solar heater. Better than nothing. Well, as it just said, it's another morning. We got some wood laid out here and here. I mean, we got this glass cut down. But we're going to do a time lapse from up there. You see the GoPro? Yeah, there it is. We're going to do a time lapse on this. You should be able to see this whole table. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can get this stuck together. I got it laid out here. We got a front piece, that's the glass. Got a back piece, we got to cut that yet over there. And then we got to cut the edges around it. Then we got to figure out where we want to put our holes in. So let's get in on that right now. I'm going to go grab that piece over there. Okay guys, hey, can you work this fast? I'm a-going for it, aren't I? Well, I got to trace out that board, and that board's got to be just about a 1/16 of an inch bigger than the glass, and it is. So we cut that down to size. That's the back piece, and then we used the sled. I measured it there, make sure that it was going to fit. The glass fit in there good, and that's the way we want it. So now I'm cutting off the tops, the sides, and the bottoms of the rails. I decided to go ahead and I put on the bottom, both sides. Then I could measure for the top because I want to put the top's going to hang over just a little bit. You'll see it in the either later on or when I get her painted. We decided to paint it brown. Vicki got a bunch of brown paint for touch-up, and we used the same color we used on the little trailer door, and because it'll match the rest of the shed there. So now we're starting to glue it together, and I went, well, shoot, I haven't sanded it yet. So I grabbed the sander, and we sanded all the boards off, mainly just knocking the dirt off of them, not trying to get them real smooth or nothing. It's all used lumber, guys. You can see the piece of plywood we're using there. It had some water damage in it, but hey, it's going to work for me. And it's free. Free's good, thanks to Robert. So now we got it all done. Now then we're measuring up the top to make sure it hangs over just about 3/4 of an inch on each side. And then we're going to put some glue on each corner and nail it together. Using my finish nailer on this part of it, making sure everything's square. Vicky says I say too much, so we'll try to quit that. We clamped it together because it was a little bowed. Used lumber is bowed. Matter of fact, it was bowed up and down too. I had to redo part of it. You can't see it there, but it was up too high, but I fixed it. Now I'm putting the edges around to hold the glass up. And I wanted to find something that would hold it up just the perfect amount all the way around. So I tried some little 1/4 inch strips, and they didn't work. So I was able to cut this board down right there. That was what was left over, one of them pieces. I use every scrap I can. So now I'm looking for something to lay under them and hold it up there just right for the thickness of the glass. Because the glass is just going to lay on top of those, and it'll be silicone in. And I found out that the 7/16 board held it up perfectly, right to the right depth. The first board I used was 1/4 inch. It didn't work. So now I'm sanding down all the edges. I got my corner braces in there just for spacing. That's all they're there. They hold it up. So I sanded all those down, and we actually glued them in and screwed them in. There I'm sanding off the board, getting a little bit of the dirt and stuff off it, gluing it in. And then we're going to nail it in. With the finish nailer. Then we have to switch over to the brad gun. Because, well, my finish nailer don't put them in there all the way. So I gotta go around, tap, make sure they're all in. They were putting in the spacer boards, or whatever you call them, to hold in the glass. Glued it in, and then we used the little brad gun, because I don't have any short finish nails, but the brad gun works great. We put a bunch of brads in there, screwed it all down. It ain't going on, and then screw it down, nailed it down, glued it down. It worked out well. Used a clamp to hold it in place. One of the boards was a little narrow on the other, but I'm using what I got. Glass fit well, as you see. Well, we used a lot of tools on this one. The rest of it now, we're going to paint it. Now this will have caulking in it all the way around. We'll put some sealant underneath this glass, and then a little bead of caulking around it. That'll be sealed off. There won't be nothing holding this in. We won't put the glass in there until it is hanging on the wall. Then we just slap it up, because we got to drill holes. Got to figure out where the holes go yet. But I think we're going to go ahead and maybe throw some paint on it right now. And I'm going to turn off the GoPro up there and see how much video we got. It'll work great. It was warped too much. And when I put some screws in, nails in there, I noticed it was still warped. Had to remove them, unwarp it. It's used wood. I got exactly nothing into that so far. So that's the way I like it. Thank you again, Robert. And there we go. Well, it's painted. Gonna let the paint dry today. I got it figured out exactly where it goes. These are the tools I'll need tomorrow. Some screws, pipe, hole saw. But what we're going to end up doing is probably putting a hole up here at the top, and then a hole down at the bottom. This will suck in the cool air from inside the building. All this is going to be, the box is outside, but the air will be coming in from the building, traveling up here, it'll heat it up, then it'll go into the building. It's not going to make a lot of difference, but a little is better than none, because we had these on the old, my old garage, and I had probably 25% of the side covered up with them, and it kept it above freezing, and it was a garage this big. So I'm hoping this will keep it up a couple degrees. If I could keep it above freezing, I would be happy, but I don't think I will. But every little bit will help. Once we get this screwed on, we just take that and we're gonna stick her right into the hole here and let the sun take over. Then I'll show you how we're gonna stop the heat coming out of it during the summer. All right, that's it for now. I'm gonna put this together, and then we're gonna add some more to it once we got it hanging on the wall. Well, there it is. She's mounted. Got the holes cut, as you can see, right there. Got to get out the vacuum cleaner out here and vacuum some of that off. Got the hole up here. Now these things here, I'm going to caulk them, stick them right in there. And I'll go through and they'll be caulked in there and caulked out there and caulked here and here and there and there. So that's what we're going to do next. Probably vacuum cleaner first. I'll go grab that right now. We'll vacuum that off. Then I'll show you what it looks like inside when we get her done. Well, this is what the inside looks like. Now, I noticed something on my last one I did. Maybe I can find a picture. If I can, I'll throw it on here, of the one I built for my other garage. It was much bigger. Now, that's a sealed window on the other side. That's sealed. So, if you don't put a screen on it, I found out, it'll get full of dead bugs. It will. So we put a little screen on there. Bugs can't get in. They can't get in the other side because it's sealed. So that's what this side looks like. Let's go check out the other. There you go. This one is flush more because the air is just going to go in. This one is gonna, the air comes in here and then goes up across, just like that, up to there. Now all I've got to do is put the glass in it now. I think I'll do that too. No sun today, so I guess ain't gonna be testing it out today, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that piece of glass in there. I'll run a bead of caulking all the way around it and up, and we'll put that in there. Then I'll show you what she looks like. Then we just wait for sunshine. There she is. She's all caulked, placed in it. I mean, that's an old piece of glass. Yeah. So it's okay. It's what I had. I just went to the lumber yard and just to buy some screws and stuff. It's so expensive anymore just to buy screws. And I can't afford to buy like new glass or whatever. But you can see this is all sealed in there all the way around. I put a little caulking around there all the way down and around. Now then, when this sets up, pull out these screws that are just holding it in there temporary. Then we're going to run another bead of caulking right down all the way around it. That'll seal it up good. It's sealed up pretty good now. But I'll show you the finished. I'll take a photo of it when it's finished. Probably should have painted them white, huh? I mean brown, but that's what I had. White pipe, not black. All right, guys, that's the end of this project, other than maybe a photo. Thanks for following. I hope you like these little projects. Just check and see if that's crooked. Better not be crooked. If it's crooked, the building is too. That's happened before. Hey, thanks for watching these videos and subscribing. And man, if you feel like helping out a little bit anyways, just join the old Patreon channel. It's only $5 a month, and you're going to get a lot more videos there. There's already a lot of them put on there, and these are the ones I can't put anywhere else. So you know what I mean, Vern. Talk to y'all later.